Well, hello everybody. How we doing? It's early in the morning here, 4:30 a.m. and I'm going to do a little bit of reading. You know, those of you who follow me, reading and writing is like my least favorite thing to do. But we gotta we gotta have some truth. We gotta have some justice. We gotta know a few things. Has anybody ever heard of the anti-Masonic Party? Now, as I'm reading from Wikipedia here, so no telling how accurate this is, but I think it's fairly accurate. I'm going to do some more study and research on this. The Anti Masonic Party, also known as the Anti Masonic Movement, was the earliest third party in the United States. A single issue party, it strongly opposed Freemasonry. It later aspired to become a major party by expanding its platform to take positions on other issues. After emerging as a political force in the late 1820s, most of the anti Masonic Party's members joined the Whig Party in 1830, and the party disappeared after 1838. Now, I can't say I've heard much about the Whig Party or the anti Masonic Party. So, first founded in 1828 and dissolved in 1840. Founded again in 1872, dissolved in 1888. So, it's religion, Protestantism. Protestantism. I clicked on that link and did a little bit of reading. That's quite interesting. Something that we just don't hear about these days, do we? The party was founded in the aftermath of the disappearance of William Morgan, a former Mason who had ultimately become a prominent critic of the Masonic organization. Many believe the Masons had murdered Morgan for speaking out against Masonry, and subsequently, many churches and other groups condemned Masonry. As many Masons were prominent businessmen and politicians, the backlash against Masons was also a form of anti elitism. The anti Masons purported that Masons posed a threat to American republicanism by secretly trying to take control of government. Further, there was a strong fear that it was hostile to Christianity. Mass opposition to Masonry eventually coalesced into a political party. Before and during the presidency of John Quincy Adams, there was a period of political realignment. The anti-Masons merged as an important third-party alternative to Andrew Jackson's Democrats and Adams' National Republicans in New York. The anti-Masons supplanted the National Republicans as the primary opposition to the Democrats. After experiencing unexpected success in the 1828 elections, the anti-Masons began to adopt positions on other issues, most notably support for internal improvements and a protective tariff. Several anti-Masons, including William A. Palmer and Joseph Rittner, won election to prominent positions. In states such as Pennsylvania and Rhode Island, the party controlled the balance of power in the state legislature and provided crucial support to candidates for the Senate. In 1831, the party held the first presidential nominating convention, a practice that was subsequently adopted by all major parties. The convention chose former Attorney General William Wirt as the party's standard bearer in 1832 presidential election, and Wirt won 7.8% of the popular vote and carried Vermont. How come we haven't heard about the anti-Masonic party? How come this isn't taught in history? How come we just hear about Democrat and Republican? You see, after we beat the British and had our Declaration of Independence, and the colonies became states, and we developed a constitution for the United States of America with a capital T, capital U, capital S, capital A. And amendments were being created. The 13th Amendment was in part to prevent titles of nobility from holding any office. Every bar attorney is an esquire. Every bar attorney is with a title of nobility. Now, what have the Masons done for America? Anything good? What has the bar and the bar attorneys done for America? Anything good? How about a whole lot of bad? How about a whole lot of evil? I think maybe it's time that the anti-Masonic party reemerges. I do. I also am very concerned about justice and having justice return and having swift justice. Now, maximum law is the law is harsh, yet that's the law. Now, that's referring to capital punishment for capital crimes. It's harsh. And used to be public hangings in the town square. That's quite a deterrent, I would think, to anybody. And knowledge of it to the young people would be very influential in their development, that there is severe consequences for doing harm. I watch these old westerns all my life, and you see the women and the children attending these hangings. I'm not sure I agree with that. I'm not sure that I agree with that the children should be there. But that's not my decision to make. None of this is my decision to make. It's all up to you people. We the people. Now, I've been saying, make hanging great again. And I'm getting some pushback from some people. Oh, let's put them in prison and let them suffer what we've suffered. Seriously? We're going to resort to torture, and we're going to do it we're going to support these people. So you war with us, you torture us, you murder us, and we're just going to catch you, and then we're going to house you and feed you and clothe you for the rest of your natural life. That doesn't sound like much of a deterrent, nor does it sound like it's very wise. It's certainly not frugal. Don't we have better time to do? Don't we have better things to do with our time and our money and our resources than babysit criminals and enemies that war with us, that torture us and our families and our friends, that murder us? And we're going to spend our time and our resources and our energy housing them, feeding them, caring for them for the rest of their natural days. That's not my idea of what words do I want to use here? There's so many to choose from. I don't consider that to be wise. I don't consider that to be fruitful. I don't consider that to be beneficial. Now, these sheriffs spend all their time in administrative process working with the enemy, these bar attorneys, trespassing upon us. Why did all this happen? The 13th Amendment was enacted. And then the libraries were burnt. The courthouses were burnt, and the White House was burnt. All to get rid of the 13th Amendment, which was to keep these bar attorneys and these parasites out of office. And what do we got here in Michigan? We got Gretchen Whitmer, a Democrat bar attorney, as our governor, acting as our governor, admits to treason, warring with the people. Give Gretchen evidence that cannabis rejuvenates lost gum tissue, removes calcified plaques, prevents calcified plaques. Plaques are harmful to humans. They cause tooth decay. And here we have another association, the American Dental Association. These private member associations operate outside of government. And the medical industry, another association, the AMA, the American Medical Association, does not allow for dentistry to have anything to do with medicine. And I spoke earlier, it's time for a dictionary. The definition of modern medicine should be poison. And the definition for doctors should be poison control experts. Modern medicine, poison control. And doctors, poison control experts. Because that's what they are. That's what they do. They're experts at poisoning us. When is enough enough, people? When are the men going to stand up? When are the men going to deal with this? Are you just going to let the women and children fight your battles? I see children giving speeches. I see a lot of women taking action. I see some men doing it. I'm not saying that the men aren't, but I'm saying that it should be way lopsided for the male to be leading in protecting and defending the women and children. Not the other way around. So what about this anti-Masonic party? I'm talking about this recently with a friend who informed me that, oh yeah, they put it right in your face when you pull into, when you're entering a city or a village, and they post the signs of the organizations, you know, like the Lions Club and this and that. Yeah, you got your Masonic signs there. They put it right in your face. We're here. What have they ever done for you, Americans? Secret society. Well, where's all the secret blessings? It's time for justice. It's time for law and order. And it's up to you. It's up to you to take charge of your authority and stand. So I'm asking you, do you get it? Can you stand it? Can you stand on it? I don't want to say, do you understand? See, that's what we've been brainwashed into our entire lives, is to understand. You're in school. Teachers, do you understand? Your mother and father, do you understand? And then you got the bar attorneys and their assumptions and presumptions and manipulation and MK Ultra brainwashing. So the cops are educated to say, do you understand? They want to know, do you stand under them? No, I don't. And I'm not in your jurisdiction, and you have no authority over me. Where's your arrest warrant? You need an arrest warrant just to stop me. The definition of arrest is to stop. That warrant's got to come from a grand jury of the people, not from your fictitious de facto legislative, treasonous, corrupt world. So I think it's time for a new political party to emerge or reemerge. The anti-Masonic party might be a good one. We got to abrogate the bar and the bar attorneys and these administrative courts. We have to restore lawful courts, a superior court in every county. So when you're pulling into your town, take a look at your signs. See if you got a Masonic club there in your town, your city, or your village. It's time to root this evil out. And it's time for the people to figure out how they're going to deal with it. I do not condone torturing these people. I don't. I certainly don't condone housing them, clothing them, feeding them, and protecting them. I don't. These are enemies of the people. They are warring with us. They are killing us. How soft do you want to be? How much are you going to take? And you keep paying for it. You pay for it with your suffering, with your worry, with your confusion, and you pay for it with your wallet. And you pay these SOBs to do it to you. That's the reality. So that's my message this morning. It has to stop. It's up to us to end it. We got a notice of treason sent out to all the sheriffs through the Sheriff's Association, and the head of the Sheriff's Association is refusing to forward these notices to all its members. Sheriff Mack, the hack, the treasonous rat, refused service. He knew what was coming. He's a man who's against assemblies. He's a man who tells these constitutional sheriffs to deal with the attorney general. Way down there. Not up here. Not in our jurisdiction. Sheriff Mack thinks that a constitutional sheriff should be working in the administrative process. He either thinks that we're really stupid, really dumb, or he's just that stupid and that dumb. Well, I don't think that's the case. I think he gets paid very well to be a treasonous rat. That's what I think. All right. I love you all. I want you to be smart. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be educated. I want you to be free. It's up to you, people. The truckers, they need to hear this because they're the only ones that are standing up in a group. The veterans aren't doing it. The Trump supporters aren't doing it. I thought maybe the First Amendment auditors would get involved, but nah. I've talked with many of them. They're afraid. You got to get over your fear, people. We got a duty to do. Let's do it.